LinkedIn by far is one of the number one features or a tool that a sales professional should be using in order to grab attention and also to get more appointments. A lot of BDRs are not taking advantage of it. I'm going to point out 3 things on your profile that you should be fixing today so you can best maximize your LinkedIn. Check it out. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast. I'm your host, Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, we're going to talk about LinkedIn, specifically for BDRs or anyone that's trying to build pipeline. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, you know that we're going to get you to come back. And the reason why, because this show is designed to do 2 things. 1, help you to build funnel. We want to help you to 3 to 5x your sales pipeline. And 2, we want to help you to close twice as many deals. We're going to go through all of those different things in our episodes, and it falls in one of those 2 buckets. But today's episode specifically is going to tie back to something that I saw on Reddit, where it talks about how a lot of BDRs are not taking advantage of LinkedIn. And one of the big issues, just like they don't know what to do or how to maximize it. Instead of just connecting with an email and pitching, or just sending a connection request and pitching, there's so much more you can do on LinkedIn. So I'm going granular here. I'm going super basic. The first thing I want to point out, go right in, is the banner. Your banner on LinkedIn, they give you that real estate, and most salespeople are not taking advantage of it. Even if your company is a reputable company, such as or has a brand recognition like Google, or some significant recognition in your industry like Honeywell or whatnot, man, slap that sucker right up there in the back of the banner. But to make it even better, have a banner up there. Your marketing department may have some stipulations on this, but on that banner, talk about your value prop. Like, who do you serve? So maybe you have different industries that you can help, but where do most of your customers, what industries do you prospect in? What are the biggest challenges that they're facing? Slap it up there. So let's say, for instance, if I have a CRM, and I focus to VP of marketing, I might put something to the nature of CRM that marketing and sales love. Like, that grabs people's attention right out of the bat. And obviously you have your company name on that banner. If you want to figure out how to create a banner, I'm not talking about you need a graphic design degree or anything like that. Just go to canva.com. You can type in LinkedIn banner. You'll get tons of template. Put your company colors in there. Bada bing, bada boom, the font, and you're good. But that's free real estate, but make sure it focuses on a problem, because here's what's going to happen. When people do click on that profile, your profile, and it pops up, it's easy. It will be great for them to be able to succinctly see right there what you can do for them. And that way it starts to sell before you even get to the point where you need to have the conversation with them. This is important. Again, it's critical when you want to make sure you're maximizing strategies. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to go deeper on some more things, like 5 things you should be doing on LinkedIn every single day. But until then, just do these things on the front end. That's the first one. The second thing, LinkedIn gives you a voice capability for your name pronunciation. Easy peasy stuff, I'm telling you, man. So everyone has pretty decent name that they can pronounce. So your name may be Jack Morris, or perhaps your name is Lisa Jones. Like, people don't need the name pronunciation to be able to pronounce your name. Now, if you do have a more complicated name to pronounce, or a more difficult name to pronounce, obviously the name pronunciation feature is going to be obviously vital for that. For most of us, even for folks with a name pronunciation that may be a little bit more challenging, utilize that. LinkedIn gives you like 10 seconds. You don't need a 10-second to say your name. What I did, because of the podcast that we have, and I want you to go on my LinkedIn profile right now, Donald C. Kelly, go connect with me. Don't just follow, connect with me. Click on that 3 dot and hit connect, and it'll be great to chat with you. But if you go connect with me or follow, you click on that microphone right next to my picture, next to my name, you'll hear something. It will say something like this: I'm Donald C. Kelly, the sales evangelist, helping BDR and SDRs, AEs close more deals. Something to that nature. I'm giving you an opportunity to get not only I'm saying on my banner, it tells you what I can help you with for my ideal clients, but then also if they click on that name pronunciation, they're going to get that audio. Now, for me, Donald C. Kelly, that's the moniker. That's the thing that we utilize as the evangelist. So most of you who are following the podcast, you're going to connect with me on LinkedIn. You're going to resonate with that. But for people who are just finding me for the first time, they see that, but then they also get a chance to hear me. Come on, man. You see the power behind this, right? They're getting a chance to connect with you. You want to make sure when you, as a sales professional, you're like a marketer, right? You want people to know about you and your brand before you even get a chance to sit down with them to have that conversation. You see where I'm coming from with this? So with that, take advantage of that. You get 10 seconds. Tell them a little bit more about who you are, so you say your name, who you serve, and how you serve them. Easy. Your name, who you serve, and how you serve them. So again, Donald C. Kelly. I help BDRs, SDRs, and AEs 3x their sales pipeline and close twice as many deals. Boom. And it's that continuation. You saw it on the banner. Now you're hearing it there. So those are the two areas that so far. Now the third area, and I'm going to give you a bonus. I have to give you a bonus. You know I always do this, right? That it's like coming up to the Halloween, so I got to give you some treats, right? So the third area is the headline. Now the headline is right underneath the banner, and it's next to your picture, and it has your name. Now sometimes people put LinkedIn automatically puts your title and your company there. It's a waste of space because your company name is already right underneath the banner on the far right hand side where it shows where you work. So we don't necessarily need that. Now, your title, people are not going to go out and necessarily search for, let me go find an AE or let me find a BDR. However, that little headline, it does become SEO friendly. It's SEO capable. So think about that. Your ideal customers. Let's go back to the CRMs, right? If I'm talking, if I sell to this VPs of marketings, and I know that CRM is something that they're all looking for or curious about, or sales enablement, perhaps I can look for put those keywords in that and make it a sentence that grabs your attention. For me, you're going to look at mine and say, Donald, but yours doesn't hit that like that. Well, mine is, I'm just trying to flex, to be totally honest. I'm a LinkedIn influencer, Salesforce influencer. I'm in the HubSpot podcast network. So I'm flexing there. So that gives a lot of credibility to me and the brand and to the company. But in your situation, that's not necessarily what you should be striving to do. You should be telling exactly, using that SEO capability to be able to tell people what you do. So maybe you say like, to the nature, I help sales and marketing teams come together with an easy to use CRM. Boom. Or I help VPs of marketing and VPs of sales come together with a great CRM. Or tell them what problem you solve. I solve I solve the CRM problems for VPs of marketings and VPs of sales, or sales and marketing heart between both of them, with a great CRM. Whatever you can think of creative wise. I can't give out every creative idea on this particular episode, but I want you to get the concept. But using the keywords, again, VPs of marketing, VPs of sales, CRM, those are some of the things that maybe the keywords that your ideal customer perhaps would be searching for. They're probably not going to be searching for their maybe they search for your company, but if they search for your company, that's going to pop up already in the because you work in that organization or people who work for that company. But in my experience, people are looking for more of education when they come to LinkedIn. So if your content, if your headline can focus around that, there's a higher possibility of you standing out. Now, the bonus area that I want to give you a tip on, it comes down to the About Me section. This is also another SEO rich section that most BDRs do not take advantage of. Typically in the About Me section, it's all about you and your company. However, the way you want to make this is utilize SEO keywords. Again, what are some of the top keywords your ideal customer may be searching for, the pain or challenges they have? You can go and use tools such as SEMrush, or utilize a free version, or go on Google, Google keywords and try to find some of those keywords that people are searching for, or even just go ask ChatGPT, what are the top keywords that marketing directors are searching for, or VPs of marketing are searching for when looking for a CRM. Take that and wove it into a message about you, but not necessarily about you per se. It's about you and what more so what you can do, what problem you can solve for your ideal customer. So hear me out on this. Maybe starts off talking about, being in the tech, in the SaaS world has been, in the SaaS sales enablement field has been really awesome. Check, got the sales enablement there. CRMs, CRMs are one of the most the vital part of the sales department. However, most people don't necessarily have a love-hate relationship with it. Working with XYZ company, I've been able to we've been able to work with clients such as blah 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 and help them, or work with CROs and VPs of marketing. You're putting some of the keywords in there and so forth that have and VPs of sales who are trying to communicate and to have a seamless sales experience, and while encouraging their sales team to actually utilize their CRM. But you get where I'm coming from with this. It's about that. I've worked some of the companies that I've been able to partner with that solve this problems in the past has been blah blah blah. If you want to put some of your past experience in there, but again, it's giving you credibility, but also speaking about the problem that you can solve for them in particular. It's more so the about me section should be focused on the problem you solve for them, and obviously it's giving credibility to how you've done that in the past. If you can do that in a succinct way, I promise you, absolutely, you're going to find that people are going to pay attention more to your profile. You're going to have more people reach out to you, and you're going to show up in more searches. I want you to get those analytics from LinkedIn, those weekly analytics, and it shows how many searches you popped up in. And if you adjust these things, you're going to see that number increase consistently. And as that number increase, as you start posting more content, which we'll get into in a couple of weeks, you're going to see that number increase even more so. You can take advantage of content creator mode, which also enhance or give you that more of a effective way to be able to do that. Anyways, I hope this is able to help you. Again, the first thing is I want your banners to be amazing. 2, take advantage of the name pronunciation. 3, the headline section, make it SEO rich, but also make it relatable to a problem your ideal customer is facing. 4, the about me section, utilize that for keywords. Talk about you, but not necessarily you, but what you can do, what problems you solve for your ideal customer, and make sure that it has some keywords in that, and take advantage of chat to help you with that as well. You can have chat help you write that, for goodness sake. But the key there is just to do it. If you have any questions on this, I'd love for you to hit me up on LinkedIn. Send me a message, Donald C. Kelly, Donald C. Kelly, Donald C. Kelly. Hit me up on LinkedIn. I want you to thrive. I want you to succeed. If you want to take advantage of get a course and see how we teach people how they can generate 3 to 5 appointments per week using LinkedIn, go to thesalesevangelist.com/LinkedIn and apply to learn about our course. And if you and your team would like to take advantage of one of our cohorts, go ahead and hit me up as well. Would love to help you. Our sponsors are giving you some amazing offers. You got to use them. You got to use them. Listen, I want you to thrive. I want you to succeed. I want you to raise your level of thinking. But most importantly, I want you to go out and do big things. Thanks so much for watching.